Hey Cancer, welcome to the Venusian Light Tarot. Thank you so much for joining. So we're going to go ahead and do your love reading. This is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And we're going to take a look here and see what are the energies for you in your love life, in your love situation. So whatever comes through, whatever Spirit most wants you to know right now. So just take what resonates. So Spirit, tune me in, please, to the energy for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What are the energies for Cancer right now in their situation in love? Cancer, what's going on here for you? Wow. So first of all, there's a really strong message coming through. Ace of Swords and the Justice card. I'm getting a strong energy around the throat chakra. Some of you here, Cancer, you are about ready to receive some type of truth from somebody. This could also be you becoming more clear about what you want, but I'm getting a strong energy around communication here coming up. So this is something that I feel is going to shed light on confusion, on illusion here for you. And I think that this is something that's been in the works for actually a while. The World and the Page of Wands. It's like it's been something that's been a long time coming. Okay, so maybe you've been waiting for this truth for a long time coming. It feels like it's something about getting back, okay? It's like you're getting back on track, or this is an attempt to get something back on track, something going again. So this may be, again, some type of like new endeavor that someone's taking with the World here too. There's a closure of one cycle and an opening up of a new one, the Knight of Cups. So yeah, Eight of Cups here coming up at the bottom of the deck as well. And what I'm hearing is that I'm hearing think things through. So I feel like someone's thinking things through, or you are being advised to think things through when it comes to what you really want, and if, you know, this situation is what you want. Because I feel like this is for most of you, Cancer, this is a cycle that you are breaking, either because you're coming into clarity about a cycle, you're ascending here. We do have childhood coming up at the bottom of the deck. So what I am getting, actually, there's a few different things I'm picking up on. For one, I'm picking up here, this is something actually pretty deeply rooted for someone. With childhood and the Moon and the Eight of Cups, it could be you, or it could be someone who you're connecting to in this reading. They have been really confronting their inner child. There's a lot of fears that have been happening here. It's like there's a fear of abandonment, a fear of commitment here that someone has been really realizing that they need to work on. So if you've been dealing with somebody right now, Cancer, who's just been maybe avoidant, or there's just been an endless cycle that's been going on, I'm hearing that they've been dragging their feet. So this may have been an endless kind of cycle, or things have been kind of repetitive. I'm getting that with the throat chakra coming through, it's time to speak about that, or it's time for this person to address that and to be honest. And this is actually something that you don't even know. For some of you, you don't even realize that this person has these wounds, or these inner child wounds. And this could be speaking about you too, but I kind of think it's someone else that you're connecting to. I mean, if it is you, you may also, Cancer, be coming to a close with some certain personal issues that you've been working through in your love life. And how has this made you act the way that you do in relationships and things like that? So someone could be having a Saturn return. So I believe that happens around your late 20s, and then also again in your 60s. I could be wrong on that, but there's something I know about the late 20s in terms of age. But yeah, I think we have confusion. Someone's very confused. Should they do this? Should they reach out? Should this person move forward? See how we have this like clock that's melting. It's almost like someone's dealing with a lot of mental health maybe issues, or someone feels very confused about their next steps. reconciliation showing at the bottom, and we have awakening here too. And for some of you, Cancer, this has been a journey. This has been a long journey for you that's felt kind of like an endless cycle, like I said a few times with the world. But the thing is, the interesting part here is that I feel like it sounds kind of, how should I put this? You can't get out of this. Not because you can't take control of your life, but with the Ace of Cups and the Hanged Man, it's been a part of your journey. It's been here for a reason. So let's say you've had this relationship and it's been confusing. It's been all these things. Someone has been maybe avoidant. It's taught you how to love yourself, and it's also taught this person how to love themselves. And to be honest, some of you watching this could be an end of this relationship, an end of this cycle where you're ready now to open your heart to new people, to new experiences, the viewer watching this. But you had to stay in this relationship, or you had to stay in this very back and forth dynamic, or you had to be here for a reason. So Spirit wants you to know that this was not in vain with the Hanged Man and the world. You've had to, it's just the way they're showing it, like you can't break free from it, but not because you can't, because you weren't ready to until now. And that goes for this person too. But for some of you, it's going to be up to you, because I think some of you could also be deciding to open your heart to new things. And this is justice coming in, because you're realizing that you can kind of overcome this and you can move forward now. But it was rooted in a childhood wound or a lot of challenges and difficulties. Cancer. The Page of Cups. This could take place through technology. Someone could send you a message through, the phone, of course, or social media, something like that. King of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. You're seeing something clearly. Like I said, I think for a lot of you, Cancer, you're going to be seeing something really distinctly and really clearly. Whatever you've been in confusion about here, I think that you're going to be able to understand it from a different perspective, to see it from a higher perspective, and it's almost like it's going to help you to remove the clutter and the sadness that you felt maybe about this situation or about this person. Some of you could actually be a healer, or you're someone who is healing other people through your experiences, and this is part of also your ascension here. But I will say that Spirit is saying that if a door closes for you, there's a reason for it with the world. If a door is closing, if you, for example, find that you're at different places, you're at different, places with this person, there is a reason for that. I promise you, I'm different now. This person's learned a lot. For those of you who this is someone from your past, this person's learned a lot since the last time that you saw them or spoke to them, and they seem to want to tell you this. But they go back and forth. They're holding back. With the Four of Pentacles, like I said earlier too, this might be a lot of confusion that's rooted in irrational fear, staying in a safe zone because it's safer that way to feel that. But someone's actually secretly feeling very emotional. They're feeling like their heart is really hurting. And like I said before, they bring me back to the message here, Cancer, that this is a situation between two people that likely for both of you, but maybe it's more on one person's side than the other, where you both have felt kind of tethered. You both have felt kind of like held back with this relationship, or holding on to each other even. And that's the reason why. Because until we're able to address it, it's going to continue. And that's what the moon here, the Eight of Cups, the awakening, it's like there's a sense of suddenly understanding why I am the way that I am, or why this situation has happened here. And someone could be cleansing themselves a lot. I'm getting a lot of salt here too. We have saying sorry is not enough, but I can't find the words. So this person has a trouble with feeling that their words are empty and insecure, like that they're insecure, that they don't have much to offer. And that's something that they need to work on. Let's run away, forget what they say. Because the energy I'm getting again here is so interesting. And this will resonate for those of you who feel this. It's like this person feels, and again, I kind of get it could be both of you maybe, but this person feels like a void in their heart and they don't understand why. It's like maybe that you set them free, or you walked away, or they walked away, and it's like, you're free. Isn't that what you wanted? But actually, with the Five of Cups here and you're free and the Page of Cups, on a deeper level, it's not really fulfilling them to be free or to be single or whatever the case is here. With the Four of Pentacles, the lesson is continuing between you both because someone has not been able to break that code of, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel empty? I hope that makes sense. Because I think that on a deeper soul level, they have been avoiding this healing work. This won't be for all of you, but for some of you, this person was numbing themselves with certain substances, and they tried to numb their emotions and their pain. Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords. This is actually something, again, that bring me back to childhood and generational patterns I'm hearing. So I'm not sure why this is coming up, but if this is someone that feels like you know who this is, this could be something that they saw in their parent, or something that they have been following that's been a inherited pattern, you know, to avoid things or to run away from their emotions. It's like this person's been battling a lot of inner things, inner demons, inner conflict. And again, you could mirror this person. So anything else for Cancer, Spirit? Cancer. They do feel like time maybe is too late. So either with the World, this person may have gone into their own direction. They feel like maybe time, it took us in different directions, or it's too late to return, or it's too late for us to work things out, or they just wonder that. Look at this, we have Mirror. The way that I'm feeling about you is exactly how you're feeling about me. That's why for this reading, I was trying to distinguish, is it Cancer or is it your person? And the reason is because it's both of you. So I feel like this reading is actually the whole relationship. So you could very well feel like this is you, but it's also them too. So you're both very much going through the same thing. And that's why it's coming through this way. So it makes a lot of sense to me, because you could have also felt that you're holding on to this and that you have been acting from maybe, you know, you've had certain wounds from childhood too that have been playing out for you, but it's the same for them. So you both have been kind of doing the same thing. So it's this weird energy of like, maybe you both just feel like this connects you. The fact that you both have things to work through. You may have, it could be like a trauma bond, but I don't know. I feel like it's more, there's just this sense of, why can't we understand this? Or why can't we get it? Why can't we make this work? Or why can't, it's just a frustration here. Cancer. Okay, so we have sensual. I can't stop thinking about our intimate moments together. We have, I'm trying to do the right thing for all involved. I feel obligated to make everyone happy. That could connect to the childhood thing and the family I was picking up on. This person could be maybe someone who has felt like they need to follow what their family tells them to do. And that could be something that is like a people-pleasing tendency, something that is not. This could be about travel too. You could be at a distance from this person and maybe they feel like they need to do the right thing by not maybe traveling or something with that for someone. But they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to, I think this person with the King of Swords, they are, could be an air sign too, or they could have air in their chart as well, but they're really trying to rationalize things. They're trying to think about things logically. Libra energy coming up as well. They're trying to, again, the energy I'm picking up on is like this person's trying to make the most of where they are right now, even if they're not happy, but they also feel this incredible sense of dis-ease or discord within themselves. I would be careless with you right now. I'm staying away for your sake. So I think this person could be trying to stay away from you because they know that they wouldn't be that, that. Yeah, I'm hearing the word helpless. I'm not sure why this person feels helpless. They feel like they can't remove themselves from something. So it's a sad situation. I'm afraid that I will let you down if I make a promise to you too soon. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. What they're afraid of is if they were to build something with you and then do something to kind of mess it up and then it all falls down. That's what they're afraid of. But I do want to return to this Justice and Ace of Swords to see, Spirit, what is because right now the overall summary I'm picking up on is that there's a situation between you and a person that feels very frustrating, feels kind of tethered. As of this current moment, this person is moving through a process where you're both sharing similar feelings. You both kind of realize that there's a need for honesty and truth and communication, even with this Justice card. And I think that the confusion that you're both feeling has been for a reason, because of what I mentioned earlier. But what is this Justice and the Ace of Swords, Spirit, for Cancer right now? So for some of you, the energy I'm picking up on here is, yeah, how do I explain judgments? There's a higher calling to what's happening that you can't control. For some reason, this relationship or this connection feels very pulled by a higher sort, like a higher source. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but it feels very pulled by where it's supposed to be at the moment for both of your growth and ascension paths, if that makes sense. And the message I'm getting, even though we have Justice and the Ace of Swords, there's a feeling of it having to align at the right time. And this is where the divine is stepping in to bring these lessons to the surface for both of you, since you're mirroring each other. So for both of you, maybe in different ways, but in similar ways, you're mirroring each other. Like, I need to heal this part of me that I've neglected from childhood or something like that, which seems to be, or just a codependent wound. And the reason this is happening is so that you can both kind of break free from that cycle. So what is the outcome here, Spirit? Anything else for the outcome? Improvements are being made, but they're happening slowly. So you could even find too, we have blocked here, that you're trying to make progress in your own journey and healing, but it's happening in cycles. It's not happening super quickly for you. It's sort of a journey, a process. And the lesson here for you, Cancer, and both of you, is to be independent and to love yourselves independently and fully. And that could be a lesson where you're both playing this out in different ways, where the most important thing is to be whole within the self and to know when to say no, know when to have boundaries. All of those things is really important right now. The Four of Wands. Because the answer is within. The only way to get to stability is to go within. And that's what someone's realizing here, and both of you. But what is the advice then, Spirit? What is the final advice for the viewer, for Cancer? What is the advice? Try not to take it too hard. Try not to, so higher self. Try to see, we have subconscious. There's a lot of deep stuff going on here. We have divine masculine and we have runner too. So yeah, this could be a divine masculine who's been a runner because of the things that we mentioned here. I keep hearing the same thing over and over. Something like, I can't fight this, or I can't control this. The advice for you: allow your higher self to guide you. I'm seeing a compass here. Allow yourself to be guided by where your higher self wants you to go. Because like I said, I think in the beginning of the reading, for some of you, you are entering into a new chapter in your life. And your higher self is telling you this. It's almost like, this reading is so interesting. I'm trying to put it into the right words. Like, let's say that you feel pulled by your higher self to start something new. Maybe you feel pulled to move into a new journey in your life, maybe even a new relationship, but it feels more like just getting a spark back, getting yourself back. Simultaneously, this person feels pulled maybe to you, but they're pulled to you because you're pulled to something else, if that makes sense. It's like you're kind of behind each other like this and you're pulling that way. So your higher self has the advice for you that all is well if you follow your higher self. You're going in the right direction. If you feel called to start something new, if you feel called to let this go, if you feel called because you're doing healing work on yourself to start to, whatever it is, meet new people or just get away from this relationship for a while or this energy, that is the right thing for you to do. It's not pulling you away from this, it's actually pulling you closer to it the more that you follow your higher self. And maybe that does mean to close this chapter for good. It just depends on what you want and where the energy will take you. But the advice for you and from your higher self is this. And I did do a general reading on my other channel today for Cancer, so you may want to check it out. I think there was something similar to this in that reading too for you generally. So the advice. Also, Cancer, the advice for you is to not sink yourself lower than you should be. 10 of Wands. Don't carry the burden, the Tower and the 10 of Wands. And again, same goes for them. But I think that there's a feeling of holding on to unnecessary baggage that actually your higher self is already not even wanting to deal with anymore, if that makes sense. Like you're kind of only holding on to the ghost of something and not the actual thing, which just means that it's time now to start moving. It's time to release what has already been, it's already soot, it's already ashes. Release that now, because there doesn't seem to be any solid outcome here from what I'm picking up on. I feel it goes back to the throat chakra. When the time is right, there may be communication and truth spoken, because this is what's required and needed for this cycle. But this person is only going to do this when they feel prepared to do so. They're only going to contact you, or they're only going to bring this justice when they feel they're completely cleared of whatever else is in the way right now, which this is a very intense healing process and cycle that's happening for you both right now. So they're not going to, like, they want to be, I think this person's fighting right now between what their soul tells them and their heart and their ego. And they're going to battle that until Spirit kind of says this cycle is over and you need, this needs to come into balance. Which again really goes back to you both being on individual journeys. And this is a relationship that's very pivotal and essential for your growth. Could be a karmic relationship. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope this reading could help, Cancer. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day, evening. Take care, and lots of love.